A secret document, a stunning confession, and a big question mark over Israel's war in Gaza. Well, that's the story that is shaking Tel Aviv right now. According to reports in Israeli media itself, a classified army assessment has been leaked. And it does not read like a victory speech, by the way, it reads like an autopsy. The document allegedly admits that during Operation Gideon Chariots in Gaza, the army made, in their own words, every possible mistake. Let me tell you what are those mistakes now. Well, the reports say that Israel set out with two clear goals: bring back the hostages and topple Hamas. Months later, neither has been achieved. Hamas leaders are still in place, hostages are still underground, and Gaza is still resisting. The paper goes far beyond, by the way. It says that Israel's army mismanaged resources, wasted very prestigious time, and burnt out its own soldiers. Troops were stretched thin, equipment wore down, and morale slipped. On the other hand, Hamas, well, they kept its fighters moving in style ambushes and underground tunnels. So basically, in short, Israel exhausted itself while Hamas dug in. And then there is humanitarian angle as well. The leaked assessment admits that missteps with aid delivery backfired, eroding international support. In fact, images of bombarded neighborhoods and starving civilians made it really hard for the Israeli army to maintain its claim of precision warfare. Here, critics say that instead of isolating Hamas, Israel ended up isolating itself on the global stage. Now, here's the twist. Publicly, Israeli commanders have been calling this particular operation a success. They point to territory seized, Hamas fighters killed, and the pressure on Gaza. But behind the closed doors, well, this particular document paints a very different picture. It even warned against the rushing into a follow-up campaign. Codename Gideon Chariots II. The army is right now scrambling. They deny the report's conclusions, saying that their objectives were actually met, but at the very same time, they admit that the document is actually real. It was circulated inside the army without any official clearance, which means somewhere inside the IDF, senior voices are openly questioning Israel's war strategy, specifically now. So here's the bottom line. If this particular leak is actually accurate, it suggests that Israel's war machine is not as invisible as it looks. It's not just Hamas resisting, it's Israel fighting against its own mistakes, its own fatigue, and its own loss of credibility. And the world is watching closely because in war, perception matters almost as much as the battlefield.